Respected elders, educationists, dear teachers and dear students, welcome. First of all, it is my kind request that those who haven't subscribed our channel so far may kindly subscribe it. Dear students, in this class we are going to see the future perfect continuous tense and its uses. First of all, I have to define what is future perfect continuous tense. The tense used to express a future action. That started at a particular point of time or before it, that started at a particular point of time before the time of speaking and continues at the time of speaking and after the time of speaking. Is called future perfect continuous tense. That is the tense that is used to express an action, future action, that started at a particular point of time and continues after the time after that time is called present perfect continuous tense. In future perfect continuous tense. In future perfect continuous tense, 4 verbs are used. Let us see what are them. Future perfect continuous tense, verb pattern. Shall, shall will, second verb have, third verb be, fourth verb present participle. Thus, in future perfect continuous tense, 4 verbs are used. First one is shall will, second one is have, third one is been, fourth one is present participle of the final verb. Video 122 dated 29/4/2023. Future perfect continuous tense. Pattern of verbs in the future perfect continuous tense. I have already explained to you. 4 verbs were used in the future perfect continuous tense. The first verb is shall or will, second one is have, the third one is been, and the fourth one is present participle. 3. Shall or will, have, been, present participle. See, I or we shall have been working. You, they, he, she, it will have been working. I shall have been working. You will have been working. That's 4 verbs are used in the future perfect continuous tense. Then the 4 forms. 4 forms, affirmative, negative, interrogative, negative, interrogative. Here I have given the 3 because there is no space in the screen for the negative interrogative. Here, let us see. I shall have been working. That is, I shall have been continuing my work. I shall have been doing my work. In the future, I shall have been doing my work. I shall have been working means I shall have been doing my work. We shall have been working means we shall have been doing our work. That is meaning. I shall have been working means I shall have been doing my work. I shall have been doing my work. That is affirmative. I shall have been doing my work. Negative, I shall not have been working. Question, shall I have been working? Plural, we shall have been working. We shall not have been working. Shall we have been working? You will have been working. That is, you will have been doing your work. You shall have been working means you will have been working means you will have been doing your work. You will have been doing your work. That is, you will have been working. So, okay. You will have been working. You will not have been working. Will you have been working? You will have been working. You will not have been working. Will you have been working? Singular and plural. He will have been working. He will not have been working. Will he have been working? She will have been working. She will not have been working. Will she have been working? It will have been working. It will not have been working. Will it have been working? They will have been working. They will not have been working. Will they have been working? So, okay, 4 verbs are used. They will have been working. What does it mean? They will have been doing their work. They will have been working means they will have been doing their work. Will have been, then present participle. They will have been working means they will have been doing their work. I shall have been working means I shall have been doing my work. Yes, these 8 subjects. See, for the 8 subjects, for the 8 subjects, 8 sentences I have given. Affirmative, negative and interrogative. 8 for each one. Thus, future perfect continuous means the tense used to express an action, to express a future action. That action began before a point of time in the future and will be going on at the time of speaking. Will be going on at the time of speaking. Thus, the tense that is used to express a future continuous action. That action started in the before a particular point of time and will be going on at the time of speaking. Such action is expressed using person perfect continuous tense. Person perfect continuous tense is a tense used to express a future continuous action. That action started before a particular time, before a point of particular time, and will be going on at the time of speaking. That's all. That is the present perfect continuous tense, in which 4 verbs are used. Shall, will, have, been, then present participle. Some more examples. SV. I shall have been studying. I shall have been doing my study. I shall have been studying means I shall have been doing my study. We shall have been studying. You will have been studying. You will have been studying. He will have been studying. She will have been studying. It will have been studying. They will have been studying. Then second example, SVO, subject, verb and object. I shall have been. I shall have been studying French. That is, I shall have been doing the study of French. I shall have been studying French means I shall have been doing the study of French. Similarly, you shall have been studying French. You will have been studying French. You will have been studying French. He will have been studying French. She will have been studying French. It will have been studying French. They will have been studying French. And third example, SVOA. I subject shall have been studying verb, French object, next year adjunct, adverb. That's all. I shall have been studying French next year. That is, I shall have been doing this. I shall have been doing the study of French next year. I shall have been doing the study of French next year. That is, I shall have been studying French next year. Similarly, we shall have been studying French next year. You will have been studying French next year. You will have been studying French next year. He will have been studying French next year. It will have been studying French next year. They will have been studying French next year. Thus we have seen the future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense is one that is used to express a future continuous action. Future continuous action. Future perfect continuous action. That is the action, the future action started before a particular time of speaking and will be going on at the time of speaking. That action is called future perfect continuous, in which four verbs are used: shall, are, will, have, been, then present participle. Now let us see its use. The uses of the future perfect continuous tense. Dear students, future perfect continuous is main use is one, that is to express an action, to express a future action that will be started before a particular time of speaking. That will be started, or that will begin before the particular time of point of time, and it will be going on at the point of that time and after it. Starting before a particular, I am starting or beginning before a particular time and going on at the time and after it. To express such a kind of actions, to express an event or action that will be going on at the time of speaking in the future, but that action started earlier before a particular point of time and will be going on at the time of speaking. To express such kind of actions, say next year by this time I shall have been doing my MA degree. Next year by this time I shall have been doing my MA. You will be doing your MSc. You will have been doing your MSc by this time. Next year by this time. Next month by this time. I shall have been living in Madurai. Next year by this time, I shall have been living in Tiruchi. Similarly, to express a future continuous event that started before a point of time and continue and will be and will continue after the time after the particular time. Now, this is the function of this is the use of the future perfect continuous tense. Its main use is one, it is normally used with a time expression beginning with by, as we saw in the future perfect tense. By then, by that time, by the 20th, etc. By the end of this year, he will have been working here for 10 years. At the end of this year, he will have worked here. He will have worked here for 10 years. By the end of this year, he will have been working. That means he will have worked for 10 years. Verning will have been completing our project work by the end of June 10th. That is, by the end of June, by the end of 10th June, Verning will have completed her project or will have been completing her project. We shall have been finishing all our building works by the end of next year. By the end of next week. By the end of next week, we shall have finished our building works. By the end of next week, we shall have been finishing. That is future perfect or future perfect continuous. Both tenses can be used. The future perfect continuous bears the same relation to the future perfect. That is, future perfect continuous has the same relationship to the future perfect as the present perfect continuous has to the present perfect. See, as the present perfect continuous bears to the present perfect. The present perfect future perfect continuous bears the same relations to the present future perfect tense. Future perfect continuous relates the relations with the future perfect tense, as the present perfect continuous tense has the relation to the present perfect. That is for present, so that instead of the present perfect continuous can be used. Likewise, instead of future perfect continuous can be used. But basically, there is some difference. Yet, they may be used. By the end of the month, he will have lived here for 5 years. At the end of this month, he will have lived here for 5 years. He will have completed 5 years of his living here. By the end of the month, he will have been living here for 5 years. This matter can be expressed by these two kinds of tenses. By the end of the month, he will have lived here for 5 years. Future perfect. By the end of the month, he will have been living here for 5 years. It can be expressed in either way. Then, when the action is expressed as a continuous action, when the action is continuing here, when the action is expressed as a continuous action, by the end of the month, he will have changed courses. If this action is not going on, when the action is expressed as a continuous action, by the end of the month, he will have changed courses for 4 years, future perfect. By the end of the month, he will have changed courses for 4 years, future perfect. By the end of the month, he will have been training courses for 4 years. That is future perfect continuous. That is what they want to tell us is, future perfect continuous can be used for future perfect tense. But basically there is some difference. As they are telling that present perfect continuous tense can be used for present perfect. Of course can be used, but not for all the cases. All the present perfect tenses cannot be replaced by present perfect continuous tense. Some may be replaced, that's all. Likewise, some of the perfect tenses, some of the events of the future perfect tenses can be replaced by future perfect continuous tenses, but not all the actions of the future perfect tense. Okay. As far as myself is concerned, I could say that is to express an action that will be going on in the future at the time of speaking. That action actually began before the time of speaking, and is going on and will be going on at the time of speaking. Such actions can be expressed using future perfect continuous tense. That is simply to express a future action that will be going on continuously. Future perfect continuous tense can be used. That's all. Dear students, thus we have seen that is the 12th tense, future perfect continuous. The future, I have already explained to you. The future perfect continuous tense is used to express a future action, a continuous action. That action, that event actually started before a point of time. The action in the futures will have started before a point of time and should be going on at the time of speaking. To express such continuous action, the future perfect continuous tense is used, but its use is very limited. Yet it is in use, so we got to use it. In future perfect continuous tense, 4 verbs are used. First one is shall, will, second one is have, third one is been, and the fourth one is present participle of the final verb. Keep it in mind. In Tamil, this kind of tense is not available. Instead of this future perfect continuous, in Tamil we are using future continuous tense. That's not perfect continuous tense. So, okay, dear students and listeners, I thank you very much for silently and keenly, patiently watching to this lesson. It's the future perfect continuous tense and its use. I thank you very much. We will see in the next class. Till then, I wish all of you a very nice and sweet time. Thank you.